Okay, right now I'd like to bring up a specific question to the people who view the channel. Primarily, this question is about how you would like the content for the channel released. As far as the latest book coming out, I intend to release it all simultaneously, meaning the entire book will be available on my page the same day that it's made public. But there are also other people out there who like different things. So, here's the question that I would like to pose. Before, I was releasing my audiobooks in somewhat of an episodic style and time frame. Basically having 5 or 10 episodes per day of each individual book. This was primarily because of YouTube only allowing me to upload 10 videos per day until recently when they broke that standard and decided to allow me to upload as many videos as I want. Now with that hurdle cleared, I can simply upload the content 100% from beginning to end, which I hope does inspire some new people to become patrons of the channel. But that being said, I'd like to know how many people out there enjoy episodic content, meaning how many of you enjoyed only getting 5 or 10 episodes on a day and simply waiting for the new release. I know that I always suggest that people like, comment, and subscribe, but specifically for this video, if you want your desires to have any bearing, then you're going to need to actually leave a comment, folks. How many of you actually want episodic content, meaning you have to wait for the new release of episodes or sections of the audiobook? And how many of you would prefer that all the content simply be loaded in a single go? As far as what this will determine, should there be enough demand for episodic content, then what I'll most likely do is, of course, produce it for people. But trying to create episodic content while trying to do physical solid drops of entire audiobooks is going to be a difficult task. Basically, if there are enough people who are interested in the episodic content, then I'll begin to divide my time. Basically, the format that I have been working with was that I would simply give previews for the books that are going to be released here in the Savage Realms, and simply update you on when that release is going to be. But if enough people would request episodic content, and of course be subscribers to the channel, then I'm more than willing to divide things up and give attention to people who like episodic content. Basically what this amounts to is that I'd spend half of the time that I spend writing on books that I produce in an episodic nature, meaning that you'd get a certain amount of episodes every day or two, maybe 3, depending on how many episodes I decide it would be best to release at once, while I also work on a secondary book, which rather than being released in an episodic nature, would wait until it was 100% complete before it releases on the website, here at YouTube. Effectively, what this would mean would be a slightly slower return on the full audiobooks, as I would have to divide my time between 2 separate stories. Both of them would basically be getting produced at a similar rate. The episodic book would most likely be getting produced a little bit faster, while the full-scale book drop would take a little bit longer. It would still come, of course, but having to divide my attention would slow things down. but you would have fresh content on a newly available audiobook on a more regular basis without the longer wait times. And one big drawback being that it would have to take a lot of attention away from other segments of the page. I am only human after all. There are only so many things that I can produce at once. And by trying to divide my attention between two separate audiobooks, it's definitely going to slow down the rate of drops for other material that's available here on the YouTube page. Primarily the Just for Laughs videos. Those would definitely slow down in amount, as well as putting a gap in between the new playlist that I've placed on the channel, which is the Inside Scoop, a playlist in which you can watch videos in which we dive into the psychology of the characters in the books here on the Savage Realms. It would definitely slow down the production of these types of content. I would still go through the trouble of producing them, of course, but there would have to be much more time between drops. But in the end, I hope that the people who visit my channel here can help me make a decision that best fits what my viewers want. So, you have all of the information, and all that's left is to make your choice. What do you think it should be? What route best suits the fans of the page? To cast your vote, simply comment on this video. I'll read the comments and respond accordingly. So until next time, this is the author of all the books here on the Savage Realms, signing off.